Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Live Ones. It is Sunday, November 28th, 2021, and Rivalry Week came and went, and it did not disappoint. We had number 2 Ohio State going down to Michigan. Jim Harbaugh finally got his white whale. Alabama, in a thriller of an Iron Bowl game that nobody saw coming, came within an eyelash of losing to Auburn in a 4-overtime victory. And Oklahoma went down in the Bedlam Bowl, so we've officially got a whole new playoff picture, one that's likely to get even more shaken up with the conference championship games next week. Right now, Ohio State is out, as far as I'm concerned. Alabama should be out, but they won't be. If I had my druthers, the playoffs would be Georgia, Michigan, Cincinnati, and Oklahoma State right now. But I just know that they're going to leave Alabama in, and it's probably going to be at Cincinnati's expense. Realistically, you can't have four heavy defense teams in the playoffs, no matter how good they are. I just think that they're going to want to put Alabama in. They might put Notre Dame in over Oklahoma State, too, which, if they did the two things together, considering Cincinnati beat Notre Dame, would just be the travesty to end all travesties. But it's not over yet. Alabama and Georgia play in the SEC title game next week. Georgia's almost sure to win that, and that should put the nail in Alabama's coffin. Oklahoma State plays Baylor in the Big 12 title game. The winner of that is certainly going to matter. Baylor's got an outside chance at the playoffs as far as I'm concerned. Cincinnati still has to get by number 24 Houston in the AAC title game, and Michigan faces Iowa in the Big Ten title game. That one's going to be interesting. Nothing is set in stone yet, with the possible exception of Georgia's definitely going to be in. Big day in the NBA yesterday. Joel Embiid came back after 3 weeks with COVID and dropped 42 points on the Timberwolves in a 2-overtime loss. The Lakers blew yet another double-digit lead before losing to the Sacramento Kings in a triple overtime, and the Suns now have 16 in a row wins. That Suns game was a win for us. We are having some kind of a week. 4-2 yesterday for a 23-15 week, including a couple of plus value on hockey puck lines. We're sitting at plus 7.67 units for the week. We've got some house money to play with. We're going to keep it simple today. We've just got week 12 of the NFL to go over. Let's get to it. We're going to start off with the 1 o'clock games and the game that nobody wants to watch, the Falcons and the Jaguars. This total has no business being this high. It's at 46 right now, even having been bet down from its opening of 48. The loss of Calvin Ridley has taken with it the entire Falcons offense. I am honestly so disappointed with how the Falcons have managed Kyle Pitts, who should have turned this team around on day one with all the physical gifts he has, especially playing with Matt Ryan. Meanwhile, the Jaguars are having the typical season of a team bad enough to draft the number 1 overall franchise quarterback. It'll be another year or two before we really see what Trevor Lawrence has at the NFL level. The guy needs an offensive line like I need new t-shirts in my rotation. The Falcons are averaging 10.8 points per game since Ridley left the team, while the Jaguars are averaging just 13.2 points per game over their last 5. The Jaguars have never scored more than 23 points a game this season, and they have faced some atrociously bad defenses. Take the under 46 today, first official play of the day. Moving to the Northeast, and the Eagles and the Giants, and the secret is out, and the Eagles are all of a sudden a team to be feared. Winners of 3 out of their last 4, and out of nowhere rising to be the second best running offense in the NFL. Meanwhile, the Giants' season is pretty much done. The firing of Jason Garrett as offensive coordinator being an obvious precursor to firing Joe Judge when the season is over, as this was supposed to be the year New York took a step forward after they spent $75 million in guaranteed money on free agents. You can bet Dave Gettleman's ass is soon going to be out the doors as GM as well, even though I don't want to see it. I would love to just start a grassroots campaign to get Gettleman to save his job because, man, as Giants are the new Browns as far as I'm concerned in terms of just how atrociously bad that franchise has been run. The Giants have injuries to Sterling Shepard and Kadarius Toney, so it's not really clear where any of their offense is going to be coming from. The Eagles are going to be desperately missing Jordan Howard, who's out with a knee injury, but they have other weapons in Boston Scott, Miles Sanders, and Jalen Hurts himself, who can surely exploit this 23rd ranked run defense of the Giants. Expect another day of the Eagles running it down the other team's throat and controlling the time of possession. I wouldn't be mad at you if you put some money on the under 45.5 on this game. I think the Giants, like I said, I don't know where their offense is going to be coming from. And with all the running that the Eagles are going to be doing, they're going to be chewing up a whole lot of clock. But my play on this game is the Eagles at minus 3.5, and I'd play it up to minus 6. So yeah. Okay, so then over to the West Coast and the Chargers and the Broncos. Which Broncos team is going to show up from week to week is a mystery on par with who shot JR. But I think it matters less than usual today, as the Chargers have glaring weaknesses on defense that a Pop Warner offense could exploit. Their already 26th ranked pass defense is going to be missing Asante Samuel Jr., Alohi Gilman, Mark Webb, and Trey Marshall, all out due to injuries. Banged up further still are Trayvon Campbell and Michael Davis at DB. If Teddy Bridgewater plays even remotely up to form, they should be able to hang somewhere in the mid-20s at a minimum on this Chargers D. Meanwhile, on offense, LA looks like they finally got it all figured out, and Justin Herbert is emerging as the game's single best young quarterback, a guy that's going to be their franchise player for years to come. Their wins over the Eagles and the Steelers show that they're going all in on the man's arm. I like the Chargers for 27 or 28 points today as well. All told, a total in the low to mid-50s is easily within reach. Give me the over 47 today. Third and final play for the day. Everyone bet safe, stay safe. Follow us on Twitter at Live One Sports. There may be more plays coming later today as I get a chance to look at some of the other things on the board today. Check us out on Roku and Fire TV at the Live Ones. Enjoy your Sunday, everyone. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.